Jake from Team Insanity. I have the Invert Mini GS unboxing from, well, Empire, Invert, same thing. First things first, Pinocchio Speed giveaway coming up, so watch for that. This is going to be a giveaway item. When are we going to give it away? Probably not for a while. Probably not until August or sometime till then, you know, or a month or two after August. We don't know the subscriber number yet, but this is going to be a giveaway item. And if you are a new subscriber or you're just now seeing this video late, don't worry, we did Virtue Vio's giveaway, we're doing a Pinocchio Speed giveaway, GS giveaway, and more in the future. So this will be a giveaway thing, but not yet. We're going to take this, review it. So we got this, we got this right before Living Legends on Friday. We got this right before we left, like right as we were leaving, we got it and we left. So we already sort of unboxed it, played with it, and Jacob broke it already. He took off the foregrip, and we were trying to change modes, and it appears that you don't have to change the foregrip or whatever to do modes. But, you know, simple, basic, shitty Empire packaging. It's just a cardboard box. Ours has dirt all over it already from Living Legends. So just a normal cardboard box. This manual is a piece of shit, okay? Empire, please, please, I don't know what you guys are doing. Please just put a fucking manual in your damn guns, for God's sake, in your marker packaging. It's kind of cringy to me, you know. Foam. And then, after that foam, you get to the marker itself. We'll get to that in a second. And it has nice little packaging shit. Now on the inside, you normally get a parts kit. The parts kit's a really, really good parts kit. You get extra lube, you get all the Allen wrenches you need, extra D10 springs, extra screws. Don't really need any extra O-rings for it because there's really not many O-rings in this thing. You know, if anything really goes down this other than the bolt, Empire really wants you to send it to you for them to service. And you also get an Empire barrel cover. Yeah, we kind of lost the parts kit. We have no clue where it's at. It's in the back of someone's car. And you get the 12-inch shitty barrel. I wish they could, you know, I don't know what Empire's doing. They need to put a 14-inch barrel on it. You know, I think they can get away with it with the minis, with the mini series. With the axes, I wish they would have put a 14-inch barrel on it for sure. So let's just put the packaging aside. So first things first, when I pulled this out of the box, the first thing that I noticed is that the trigger's a lot better. It's an axe trigger. Thank the fucking Lord. If you guys know anything about me and you've been a subscriber for a long time, you know that I didn't like the original Mini. The reason why is not just because of how small it was, it's because of how fucking shitty it was. It was god awful, okay, compared to a lot of the guns out there. The ASA was terrible, the trigger was terrible, the grips were terrible, the board was terrible, the barrel was terrible, fucking everything about it was terrible. The milling was terrible because the back screw would dig into your hand. Everything was god awful about it. I fucking hated the gun with a passion. I do not like the original Mini. But this, I think they did a lot better with this Mini by far. They completely, I think they nailed it with this with the ASA. Now the only thing is, with the ASA, which was really weird, really weird to me, is that on a normal, like if you guys have ever owned a Dangerous Power ASA, you would know, like, this kind of lines up perfectly flush with like the back of the ASA, this little port. So say you have big hands or something, if you have big hands you shouldn't be shooting this, you'd be shooting an axe. But if you do have big hands and your gauge or even your fill nipple is right over top of that, it's kind of hard to work your finger in there to turn off the ASA. I don't have that problem at all. But anyway, so the thing that I do notice is that the ASA, there's no lip for your fingers to grab onto. For like, I mean, there's barely like a little lip. It's just sort of milled down flush. If you looked at the Dangerous Power lever ASA or even the axes, that there's a little indent, so you can take your finger and just get right underneath of it. This, if there's a tank screwed in and the gauge is like right on top of it, it's going to be a pain in the ass for you to work your finger in there and flip it off. But I don't have a problem with that with my tank and my gauge. It lines up pretty perfectly. But you know, it could be a problem. It's not an issue for me. It is kind of a little pain in the ass to like you know, put your finger up there, but whatever. It's way fucking better than the last Mini by far. You couldn't really get much worse. Thank God they put an on-off ASA on it. Just put a tank on it. So, in terms of design, they milled the shit out of this thing. They milled it down, so it's a lot. It's lighter for sure. I like the milling on this a lot better than the other Mini. I don't like the back bolt, like little thing back here as much, but they milled it down a lot more, so it's a lot skinnier and it's a lot lighter. So there's a lot less. There's a lot not as weight, I guess you can say. Now, what I do wish Empire would do, so what I was talking with Chris is like, even if Tech or an aftermarket company or something actually made like a little thumb screw to put back here to take out the bolt, they would make fucking so much money. I can guarantee you. Patent that idea. If anyone wants to make a little thumb screw, so all you have to do is just take it, instead of taking an Allen wrench and stick it in there, all you do is just take a little thumb screw and unscrew it, and then your whole bolt comes out. Now what I do notice is when I maintenance this for the first time, when I took out the internals, on the old Minis, if you guys have owned an old Mini, or the original Mini, what you would know, right when you pulled it out of the box, the thing or not out of the box, but once you pulled the bolt out, the whole entire bolt assembly would just like fly out at you because it was under so much spring tension, and that spring would just push back on it. And sometimes, you know, if you're taking part for the first time, your whole bolt would just phew, and then fall into the dirt. Jacob had that problem the first time that he maintenanced it in 4 years, but that doesn't have this problem. It was really, really weird because when I tried to get the bolt or the bolt spring out of there, it was like fucking stuck in there. I don't know how to say it, but I didn't really take it out. I didn't want to. I just ran my squeegee through there to get all the paint and all the lube and everything off of it, and then washed the squeegee afterwards. But I wouldn't recommend necessarily like trying to yank the spring that's in there out, because you do run the risk of yanking out the spring. So yeah, so far I do enjoy this. I'm just gonna air it up, and it airs right up, no leaks, and it's comfortable with the tank on it, but it's still a Mini. Okay, I can wrap my whole finger and I can wrap everything around here, and it's still kind of tight. If I'm ramping, no problem, but if I'm playing on semi, I kind of want it to be a little bit bigger, like the Axe. I'm not a huge Mini guy, but I have to say, the grips, big step. I wish they would put an amazing fucking barrel on it for once. Feed neck, good clamping feed neck, pretty good. Can't really complain. It has good detents, and if you guys don't notice, no, you won't be able to see, but it does have laser eyes on the inside of the inside, which is pretty cool. It does have red laser eyes, which I thought was a, hey, why not? Fuck it. If you're gonna, why not put laser eyes in there? The other thing is, one thing that I did have with the first V1 and V2 Minis is that you had to take the little back off to the Mini to get to the changing the modes and do the dip switches. You don't have to do that with this. It's like the upgraded Axe board. Good job, Empire. You're finally listening to the fans. I love the trigger on this. I think they nailed it with everything that I hated other than the size on it and the barrel. I hated the trigger on it. They put a really good trigger on it. Thank you, Empire. And they did put a good ASA on it. Thank you, Empire. The grips, they're really nice. They're nice and comfy. It's a comfy gun overall. If you're a smaller player, you know, if you're not a huge player, you don't have big hands, I would say this is a good gun so far out of the box from what we've seen. But you know, if you're a bigger guy, I would still recommend the Axe over this, because this has all the Axe qualities except for the size. I mean, I can't get over the size and how comfortable the Axe is, but that's my personal playing style. I like to have it a little bit bigger. Even though I am a really small guy, I can still play with the Mini, but I prefer the Axe. And if you don't have all that money to get a Mini, or to get an Axe, maybe you need to save money for a mask or something, so be it. Get the Mini and then get the mask or whatever you need and save some money. It shoots just like the Axe, which I'm about to go over in a second. So my first impressions is good job, Empire. You nailed this Mini. The last Mini was just garbage, especially for the price it was at. I don't think the last Mini was worth $310. I would buy Dangerous Power G5 over that old Mini any day of the week, but I think they nailed it with this one for sure. They fixed everything that was fucking awful about the last Mini. Good job, Empire. nice detents. So let's take it out. I have some really brittle paint, and let's shoot it really quick. Alright, so this is some paint that I found. I actually just found this paint at Living Legend 7. I found it in a box. I have a few pods of it. I have no idea what this is, but it is really fucking brittle. I think it's some like Ultra Evil. This is from my waist. And that broke on the second bounce. So this is some really brittle paint from my waist. Oh no, it's in the pool. But the first one broke here. I might be able to move it up just a little bit. It's just a teeny bit above my waist, and it broke. So just about waist height, this stuff breaks. So we have some really brittle paint, and we're gonna see how this thing can shoot it. I have no idea what this paint is. It might be some like GI 5-star or some shit, but it's really brittle. Pinocchio Speed, all new internals. Are you ready? Alright. So it's pretty quiet for the first few shots. We already have about 4 cases in it, but it's pretty quiet. I had no problem shooting this paint. I'm going to try to show you the kick test for it. So, let me try to do it this way. So it does have some kick, if you can see how it flies back. But you can sort of, it kind of kicks back, but it doesn't have like the barrel rise that some guns have. It shoots smooth, but it still has some kick to it. It still has a little bit of a mini kick. It has like a poppity kick. I'm going to show you the kick again. Damn it, Pinocchio Speed. Alright. So that kind of gives you an idea of the kick. And that's it. So, it shot that brittle paint, no problem. There was no brakes. I had about 2,000 air. I'm a little bit under 2K now. We're going to do an efficiency test and a full review on it. We're going to beat the crap out of it. No breaks through the Mini GS with that really brittle paint. Good job, Empire. So far, so good. We like your product. Yeah, so stay tuned for more videos. We have a lot of videos from Living Legend 7 coming up from this, and more gameplay to come, and we will also be giving this gun away. So, thanks for watching.